I said it before and I'll say it again. Welcome to the home of the best dividend portfolio recap on YouTube. What gives me the confidence to say that? Well, not only do I provide full transparency, but I also show the real life progress and setbacks of a normal person on their dividend journey, complete with all the stats one would ever desire. In today's video, I'm going to be diving into how much I made in October in passive income and my progress towards my goal of early retirement. If you too are obsessed with all things dividends, passive income, and wealth creation, make sure you click that subscribe button, as that's all I cover here on the channel. With that being said, let's dive right into my taxable account that I'm going to use to retire early. Over here on Fidelity, you can see all 11 of my holdings on the left side of the screen. As with last month, I did not buy any new or sell any old positions this month, as I'm still working on adding to the positions I have. Next up with this chart, you'll be able to see how the account balance has grown so far this year. Beginning the year, the account balance was at $25,131.92. Concluding last month, my balance was sitting at $45,492.97. And now, concluding October, my account balance now sits at $47,127.85. As mentioned last month, the wife and I are now all but fully combined on our finances, which will allow us to add $2,000 per month into our investments outside of our company match 401k contributions. While the long-term goal is to be able to add more than that per month with our aggressive goal of retiring early, we are also saving for a house that we plan to begin building in the summer of 2025 or 2026. With that being said, including the $2,000 that will be added to this account for the month of November, we now have contributed $13,786.69 so far in 2023, which nearly doubles the 2023 goal set of $7,350 with one remaining contribution for the rest of the year. In combination with the slight remaining cash I had in this account, my total investable amount in November will be $2,060.83. Next, let's check up on the stocks that I got right with my biggest winners. My best performer in this account is ExxonMobil, that's up 27.64% or $856.80. My second best performer is Microsoft, that's up 17.56% or $748.60. And rounding out the top three, we have Visa, that's up 9.9% or $306.82. Now, of course, not all of my stocks are winners, so let me show you the stocks in my bottom three with my biggest losers. My worst performer is currently NextEra Energy, that's down 22.83% or $707.32. My second biggest loser is currently Pool Corp, and that is down 13.56% or $525.07. And then my third worst performing stock is Starbucks, that's down 5.82% or $225.43. Lastly, let's look down here at the bottom of this screenshot to see that this account continued to give away money in October, but is still up 3.44% or $1,331.94. All right, next, let's check to see how this account stacks up versus the three major indexes. On this screenshot, you'll be able to see two different rates of return, time-weighted and money-weighted. Simply put, time-weighted is best used if there is no money going in or out of the account, while money-weighted is best used if there is. Since money is now being added to the account, the money-weighted best fits my situation. You can see that I have a year-to-date return of 8.14%, which includes a give back of 1.47% in October. Hey guys, Editing Troy here. On the first take, I mentioned 2 dividend raises over this past month, but as I was editing, I noticed that I received 3 dividend raises over the past month. Here they are. On October 24th, Visa announced a 15.6% dividend increase, bringing their dividend from 45 cents per share per quarter or $1.80 per share per year to 52 cents per share per quarter or $2.08 per share per year. On October 27th, ExxonMobil announced a 4.4% dividend increase, bringing their dividend from 91 cents per share per quarter or $3.64 per share per year to 95 cents per share per quarter or $3.80 per share per year. And just about an hour later, also on October 27th, AbbVie announced a 4.7% dividend increase, bringing their dividend from $1.48 per share per quarter or $5.92 per share per year to $1.55 per share per quarter or $6.20 per share per year. This is now 6 dividend increases in the past 3 months in this portfolio, which in addition to the money being added to the portfolio is just another force pushing my projected annual dividend income in the right direction. Later in the episode, we will get to see how those dividend raises impacted my projected dividend income. Next, let's head over to my dividend tracking spreadsheet to check out my buys in this account over the past month. October marks the 6th full month that I was adding to this account in 2023. Here, you'll be able to see what I bought, how much I spent, the average cost of each purchase, and how much it added in forward income. The most I spent was $225.42 on Apple. The biggest share increase goes to Next Era Energy, where I added 3.348 shares, and then APD had the biggest bump in forward income with $9.04. In total, I was able to spend $2,031.74 on 13.308 shares over the span of 13 trading days in October, which results in $53.28 in added forward income. Next, let's go ahead and check to see what that does to the share counts in this account. Beginning 2023, this account had a total of 167.947 total shares, or an average of 15.267 shares per holding. Concluding September, this same account had a total of 230.628 shares, or an average of 20.966 shares per holding. And at the close of October, I'm now sitting at 243.936 total shares, or 22.176 average shares per holding. It's pretty well known that dividend investing is a long process. Tracking numbers like these have helped me stay on track, as I can see that progress is being made month over month. If seeing me be accountable in my journey will help you in your journey, make sure you subscribe and keep coming back for these monthly updates. Next, let's look at the current yield and changes to the cost basis of my positions in this account. My yield on cost for this portfolio is now sitting at 2.1%, which is up from the 2.05% from September due to the beating that some of my holdings have taken over the past couple months, which in turn raises their yields. Now, I wanted to show you the changes in cost basis for my positions over the past month. Here, you can see that my largest increase in cost basis is with Costco, going from $504.09 per share to $506.80 per share, while my largest decrease in cost basis goes to Pool Corp, that went from $371.73 per share to $369.35 per share, and Next Era Energy, that went from $78.09 per share to $75.71 per share. This month, I was able to lower the cost basis in 4 of my 11 holdings, which I consider to be the silver lining over the past few months of rough returns. Next, I wanted to show you the projected annual income for this account. Beginning 2023, I had a yearly projection of $494.51, which comes out to $41.21 per month, or $1.35 per day. As of the end of September, those numbers went to a yearly projection of $753.86, which is $62.82 per month, or $2.07 per day. And now, concluding October, I'm sitting at projections of $813.49 for the year, which comes out to $67.79 per month, or $2.23 per day. Next, let's see who paid me in October and how much I made in passive income. In total, I received 1 dividend payment and 1 interest payment. On October 12th, I received $18.34 from Illinois Toolworks that was dripped, getting me 0.078 free shares. And on October 31st, I received $32.41 as an interest payment on the cash sitting in the account. With the $32.41 received from SPAXX on October 31st, I have now eclipsed $1,200 in career earnings in my Retire Early account. Remember, last month I told you that I just passed $1,100 in career dividends on September 14th, and now, just 48 days later, I have already made my next $100 on the way to my bigger goal of early retirement. Looking here at the top of this chart, you can see the snowball effect in motion. It took me 395 days to make my first $100, and now it's taking me less than 50 days to go from $800 to $900, and so on. Speaking of my progress from when I started until now, let's go ahead and add these numbers up and check my progress when compared to last October. This is one of my favorite tabs on my spreadsheet, as it does a very good job of showing me my progress over time by comparing past performance with current performance. October of 2020 was just my 6th month on my journey, and I made a total of $2.93. Then, in October of 2021, that moved up to $5.21, which represented a 77.8% year-over-year increase. The following year, in October of 2022, after some portfolio changes to what I have now, I kept on my slow and steady progress to $9.88, which was a 89.6% year-over-year increase. Which brings us to October of 2023, where thanks to new capital, dividend increases, and the current high interest rates, I was able to make a large jump to $50.75, which is up a whopping 413.7% from just 12 months ago. This brings the total amount I've received so far in 2023 up to $660.61, which you can see is already a 114.7% increase from the dividends I received in all of 2022, with a couple months still left to go. Obviously, while these numbers are great and all, I'm still very far from my large goal of early retirement, but seeing this progress month over month and year over year is more than enough motivation that I'm heading in the right direction. The last thing I like to do in these videos is round up all of my investing information from my 401k, my Roth IRA, and my HSA and summarize them to end this video. First up, let's check to see how the portfolio as a whole has grown and what percentage of my full portfolio is now in dividend paying holdings. To start 2023, I had a yearly total of 518.474 shares, which is an average of 23.567 shares, with 53.89% of my investments being in dividend paying holdings. Concluding September, I was up to a total of 1,006.282 shares, or an average of 41.928 shares, with 94.347% of my investments being in dividend paying holdings. And now I'm at 1,020.433 total shares, or an average of 42.518 shares per holding, with 94.174% of my investments being in dividend paying holdings. Next, let's check to see what the projected forward income will be from all those shares. Beginning of the year, I had a yearly projection of $745.30, which comes out to $62.11 per month, or $2.04 per day. As of the end of September, those numbers went to a yearly projection of $1,837.59, which is $153.13 per month, or $5.03 per day. And now, concluding October, I have exciting projections of $1,890.03 for the year, which comes out to $157.50 per month, or $5.18 per day. The last thing I wanted to cover is the total passive income received for these portfolios for the month of October and check for growth. For the month of October, I have history going back to 2017, but I'll quickly cover the more recent years beginning with 2020. In October of 2020, I made $2.93. Then we moved to October of 2021, where I made $5.25, which was a 79.2% year-over-year increase. Next up was October of 2022, where I made $22.09, which was a 320.8% increase year-over-year. And finally, this year in October, where I made a total of $189.68, which is a very nice 758.7% year-over-year increase. If you look down here at the bottom of this chart, you can see that including all of my investment accounts, I've now brought in $1,605.10 in passive income, with 2 more exciting months of growth to close out the year. Sharing my journey is not only about keeping me honest and accountable, but I also hope to show someone out there that even though this path does take time, you too can work to take control of your own financial future. Speaking of taking control of your financial future, if you're already doing that, let me know what you made in October down in the comments so we can all cheer you on. And if you want to cheer me on, a like on this video is the best way to do that. And then make sure you're subscribed with the bell rung so you don't miss the next monthly recap. According to the YouTube gods, this video could change your life. But until next time, see you.